neither City is being favoured. Hamza, what did you make of these penalties tonight, especially the first one? I remember you defending Doku and McAllister as they're coming together. What did you make of the first penalty today for Man City?
Oh, that's a bad.
That's your team now. Did you watch it?
See, remember, I thought, as soon as I saw that, I remembered the Saka one. So I jumped in. I said, Arsenal fans are frauds. They called that Saka as a red card. I thought that's what I said. That incident there, it was definitely a penalty. Because you can't kick the guy and expect no penalty in the box. That we've seen that. As soon as you contact anyone in the box, it's a penalty. And if you don't watch football, if you don't understand basic things about football, if you contact anyone in the box and kick him that hard, I don't care whether your intention was not to kick him. It's a penalty. So that was a definitely clear play.
So you now admit that Doku should have conceded a penalty to McAllister then? You are, because he kicked him in the box. You're acknowledging that now.
That again is a neutral contact. So
bro, you just said any contact in the box is a penalty.
The one, he lifts his leg and McAllister's running towards him. And you're thinking, why are you doing? And you can see he's looking for it. And that's why it was not a penalty. It's mutual contact. But this one, he took him out. And you can see Ed Nouri, the second thing he did, he put his hand on his face. I knew straight away, why are you doing that? You must be guilty. Why are you covering your face? He knew. He was on the floor.
Not a penalty, Chad.
He knows he's guilty. And I knew that's a penalty straight away. You know that's a penalty.
You know what it reminded me of?
Not a penalty, but Gvardiol running up the ball first is a penalty. This is not a penalty, according to Hamza.
This instance with regards to the player trying to clear it in the collision. Remember when Foden tried to clear it early? I think it was against Crystal Palace. He didn't see the opposing player coming onto him, but he went to clear it and he made contact with the opposing player first.
Yeah.
This is where I kind of see it within that degree. I think it was still again questionable, but to use Husam's logic, like when he was doing his watch along with Arsenal, take away that penalty, we still win this game. So let's relax with all this controversy.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I think the only element I would call out isn't the decisions today. I think both penalties were penalties for Man City. It's the inconsistencies against Crystal Palace. I don't remember which defender of yours it was. It went straight through the back of the Palace player. If that, giving Haaland's today from a slight touch from behind and not smashing through someone's back, that's where I understand people calling it out. But what I don't want is more bad decisions. What I want is good decisions. And I tweeted some pictures during your game of some very similar penalties to Haaland's, the foul on Haaland, that Man United have had this season and last season that weren't even checked. And people were like, why do you want more bad decisions? No, I don't. What should now happen is Sky Sports should sit down with Howard Webb and go, this penalty was given by VAR. Explain to us in intricate detail the difference between that one being given and these three similar ones that haven't been. That is what should happen with this now. But still, and I don't mean this horribly, fans turn it in for a tit for tat when it shouldn't be. It has to be, okay, you've set a standard for these types of penalties being given now. These ones haven't been. Can you explain the difference? If they can explain it, maybe we'd be more educated and less frustrated. If you can't explain it, then we know we've got a problem with a genuine problem with the refereeing. So that's the only element I would call out. And that's nothing to do with City getting the penalties per se. That's looking at consistency across the league. Sorry, Hamza, back to you.
That incident is similar to when Foden kicked the Crystal Palace player. Classic. We put our hand, we're like, why would you do that? And he kicked him. And that was similar. So they awarded a penalty, last-minute penalty against us. And we took a 2-2 draw. That was exactly the same incident. So you have to call it up. As soon as you miss the ball, it doesn't matter. You contact the guy, penalty. And City were victims of this against Palace at home. And we drew 2-2.
But you don't think the contact from Doku on McAllister was a penalty then?
No. That guy tried it.
And that's the exact problem with these City fans.
100% he tried to scam it. And he looked so desperate. He put his, and you know what Terry did? He did the same thing against Man United. Criminal.
Watch how he's rattled now.
And they were crying red cards when we said, hold on, I hate United. But McAllister did the same thing to one of the United players. Nothing happened. And we said, see.
A week later.
Why do you always have to win the league? There is a controversial decision for City. Why?
Never.
That's the
Yes.
question.
This controversial,
I'm being serious.
controversy every season.
I
What are
am
you
I am
talking about,
genuinely
bro?
being. Why are we sitting here talking Remember about Rodri handball? Why are we talking about McAllister penalty?
What?
Why always that main decision in the season that will be remembered 3-4 years later?
Oh,
Well, this is literally, this is a genuine question, people. I want someone to answer me. Unless we go back and give me Liverpool controversial decisions that made them win the league in 1920. Give me that controversial decision for Arsenal that made them.
I'll at you on Twitter.
I want people in the
at you
chat
on
to
Twitter
do
and
that
you'll
as
see it.
well. Remind us why. Like, why is always sitting here and saying Terry's talking about McCann? It's inconsistent, but it's always inconsistent because Liverpool should have had 2 more points and City should have had 1 less point. Like, why? Why is it always this case, though?
Beto,
Go ahead, Professor. Go ahead, Professor.
Let me answer this.
Yes,
when Man United won the league, yeah, they tried to
do with
downplay United. I'll give you an example. Tottenham played Man United. One of the Tottenham players chipped one of their keepers. He went in. Go and check the video. Went way in. They refused it. We never complained. We kept quiet. We said, "Listen."
Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on, but you've made a fundamental error with that one. You made a fundamental error that went in. Man United weren't in a title race that year.
Did they win the league that year?
No, we were not. That was in Jose's first 2. It was either in Jose's first or second. I think it was his first season.
No, that was Ferguson when he got chipped from halfway.
It was Ferguson, but that season. We better work it out. 1 second. Mendes goal.
Yes, they won the league
versus Man United. And just wait a second. Let me just Google it. Right.
man of knowledge.
Just wait a second, please slow down. So it was back in 2005. So we didn't win the league in 04, 05, or 05, 06. So we definitely didn't win the league that year.
Let me reset that 1 second.
You don't need to research it. I've just told you it happened in 2005. And we didn't win the league in 2004-05 or 2005-06. So we didn't win the league the year that happened.
That was Mourinho's.
All right, let me deal with Judge Mo, and I don't know how he got his judge standing.
Hamza's never gonna admit he's wrong, Terry. By the way, it's never.
No, but
I'm asking the question, V. Why? I'm asking the question.
No, I'll answer your question. The reason why there's always the reoccurring controversial moments is because that's what rivals bring up. That's what rivals bring up because they're salty with regards to what happened. You guys keep bringing up this Rodri handball.
And he supports Inter. How's he salty, Vater?
Mo's supporting Arsenal this season because it's good for him. Now,
but he wasn't supporting Liverpool 2 years ago because he thought I was an asshole.
Guys, unless am I asking a question that is not like it's everywhere now? It has nothing. Like, is that not a real thing?
It's not a real thing. No, there's not. City always win the league because of controversy. That's not a real thing. That's a Mo thing. Now, if you want to keep bringing up the Rodri handball, the reason why the Rodri handball was dismissed is because they went back to passage of play and was offsides. That's why.
Yeah, it was offside. I remember.
It was offsides. That's why it's not a thing anymore. That's why City fans are like, remain on mute. You guys sound silly when you keep bringing this up.
Richarlison was offside.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. Now, with regards to this season, of course, all the rivals are going to bring up instances that favored City, but listen, Mo, you notice how Hussam never brings up Arsenal's Odegaard and one in the box. That was a handball that goes in their favor if they were to win this league, right? So there's controversy any which way you go because you're going to harp on the moments that benefit you or go against you. It's that simple, man.
And also, when Rooney died to take away Arsenal 49 unbeaten, that was the biggest dive. Like, everyone remembers that. And when every time,
but we also hang on a minute, Hamza, again, we didn't win the league that season either.
Okay, what about when they had Reyes and all that, and you kept fouling them, and Vieira even.
Hang on a minute. That was the same game as the Rooney dive. We didn't win the league that year either.
No, but you took away their streak. You took away their undefeated.
Okay, I understand that, but the point was City are always winning the league with a big controversial decision, and all the examples Hamza's given, Man United didn't win the leagues in those seasons, which tells me there were no major controversial decisions in the years that we won the league. If you're having to go back to 2005 for 2 incidents, right? 2004. The beginning of the 2004-05 season, we stopped the run. If you're having to go back that far, that tells me that you don't remember many controversial decisions that led to Man United winning the league, Hamza.
I remember solely because, you know what, I hated United, so I remember.
Because you were an Arsenal fan, then that's why you remember the Arsenal games, didn't you?
No one hated Arsenal. No one hated Arsenal.
This goes back to some super chats here, guys. Hamza, how do you explain the 2 faker penalties and the ones you were moaning about earlier on for Arsenal?
The last one, the last penalty, that one I want to talk about. In fact, he was the last man. He was the last man, and he didn't get the ball. And that should have been a red card. But you know what?
No, it shouldn't. Hamza, I'm going to teach you
That's
the rules again. If somebody makes a genuine attempt to win the ball and they deny clear goal scoring opportunity, but they're in the box, it's a yellow card. If it's outside the box, it's a red card. That law's been in play for about 5 years now.
Okay, fine. I got it wrong.
Yeah, it's not a red card.
That was a penalty.
If you pull the shirt in the box or you're not trying to win the ball, then it is. Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Sorry, let me introduce some more of these super chats, guys. Big up, guys. Ref killed. Sorry, already done that super chat. My apologies. Jerome here says, "Wait, Mo. Chelsea spent $1 billion. So does that mean they should not be where they are, according to your view?"
I don't understand the question. Can someone explain it to me?
Do you know what I think he's saying here? See,
I really don't understand the question.
no, I do. But he's misunderstood you, I think. Mo doesn't mean based on what you spend the league table lies. He's talking about the underlying metrics, how many goals you should score, how good or bad you're playing the league could lie, not how much you spend, because everyone can spend them by badly.
Chances created, the number of passes, all these stuff, guys.
Yeah. I think the Max McAllister's was a penalty. However, the difference with today was Doku actually got the ball, whereas Nuri didn't. However, both were penalties.
The reason why Nouri didn't get the ball is because Gvardiol already sent it to Rosie. That's the point that people are missing. Gvardiol already made contact with the ball, won it, skied it, and he clashed into Ait Nouri. I don't think
But I see why it's given. I get why people complain about it, to be honest, because Gvardiol won the ball and Ait Nouri clattered into him, it might be given as a penalty. If it was my team, I would have said, yes, he clattered into him.
I would have,
I would have wanted it for my team. I see what Hussam is coming from, but that's what makes it. I don't think it's a controversial decision, Hussam. The reason why I'm saying that, because if we don't agree, all of us don't agree, that means the referee can give it, and it's not clear and obvious, so this shouldn't have been overturned. Simple.